Let's have a look at your LinkedIn lead generation dashboard. So when you first download it and you haven't used it yet, it looks really ugly and you see all these error messages everywhere, um, or flat lines, more error messages. You know, that doesn't look like much. You also see this button here. So I'm going to talk you through how to use the dashboard, but otherwise you can always click go to manual, and from the user manual, you can see how it actually works, how each sheet inside this workbook, because it's an Excel workbook, the dashboard, how each sheet works, and why I'm really focusing on entering daily data. So that is all in the user manual. And as you can see from the manual, you can go back to your dashboard to see results. You can go to the page to set your goals, and then there's the daily input and the weekly input. So for your dashboard to display insights and progress, we need to have goals to, relate the daily and weekly inputs to. So we go to goals, and you can see that you can add 3 services here. If you have more than 3 services, I would really focus on your 3 main ones, either the highest selling ones or the ones that you sell most of, and otherwise in your mind group them so that you can have 3. And then we'll put the fees here. So for argument's sake, I'm just going to put random numbers here. So let's say my first service is 1,000. My second one is 500, and my last one is 100. And I have decided that each month I want to get 2 clients for my big one, maybe 3 for this one, and another 5 for this. So that brings my revenue goal for the month to 4,000. If we go to dashboard, we can now see that 4,000 a month works out to be a 923 cash goal per week and an annual revenue goal of 48,000. So we'll go back to goals. Down the bottom, you see the tabs if you don't see buttons. And we're also going to set ourselves targets for the actions we're going to take each week. So I usually tell myself that I have to do at least 5 comments a day, 5 days a week. So that's 25. Ideally, I do 3 posts a week, and I don't count my micro posts. DMs. So DMs is the total of the tab that you can click on LinkedIn that shows you birthdays, anniversaries, new jobs, and you can send those people messages. It's when people comment on your post and you want to take the conversation into private messages. And it is private messages that have been and that have turned into proper conversations. So all these tallied up. Now, using the tab on LinkedIn that tells you all the birthdays and all that, it is really easy to get to at least 10 a day. So I'll make my goal here 50. And then sales calls booked. So when we look at what I put in my goals above, that in a month, I want to have 10 new clients. Now in this case, the service that's only 100, don't need to book calls for that. The 500 might be a downsell if people don't buy the other one. So that means I need about 5 sales in a month. And I'm thinking for the 1,000, I probably need 2 sales calls to make 1 sale. So that is 4. One of those will turn into a 500. So I need 2 more for them. So that is let's say I need to book 6 sales calls in a month. Let's just go for 2 a week. Yep. So this is how you set up some goals. And then when we go to the dashboard, we now see our goals here. And yeah, we haven't met any of them yet because we now need to enter. So on your daily input, these dates up here update automatically to the current week. So as I'm recording this, I'm in the week that started on the 10th of February. And just for argument's sake, let's say that I did the birthday messages. No, let's put it like that. And then there were new jobs and promotions. Maybe I didn't do as much of those, I don't know. I might have only done a little bit here. And so when I say meaningful DM conversations, that is, I can send happy birthday, people can say thank you, you made my day, and I might say happy to do so, but that's not meaningful. Meaningful is either when the conversation is work related or in another way that goes a little bit longer. It's not generic, so that you really start to build a relationship with people. So we can do something, I don't know, that we need to put invitations in. Let's say, oh yeah, something like that. Comments. Good, told myself I needed to do something here, but maybe I didn't make it all happen. I'm going all the wrong way. Let's go here, comments. I say 2, 6, 2, 7, something like that. Maybe I didn't do as much of those, I don't know. And replies to comments, which are pretty much comments as well, but for yourself, it's good to notice the difference. So this is what I've done daily, and then I look at my weekly input, where I need to get these numbers from the social selling index. When you click this button, you go there, and so let's say this was something like that, and I might have done only 2 posts, profile views, I don't know. And so profile views, LinkedIn gives you the 90-day total, so that's what you enter, and then the dashboard turns it into weekly, search appearances, connections, followers, and then the last things that we need to do once a week is how many sales calls did we book? So maybe I booked 3 and I conducted 1. How many of each service did I sell? Maybe I sold 1 of this and 2 of those, and then the sales that I made are not necessarily the same as the cash coming into the bank, right? Because if I sell something on a monthly payment plan, then I have booked that revenue, but I haven't actually got that cash coming in. So now once a week, I need to look at my bank account and see how much money came in. And maybe this week, I don't know, something like that came in. So now when I go back to the dashboard, now we can see that I had a weekly cash goal that I superseded. We'll see the progress in the booked revenue and the actual cash. We'll see if I met my goals that I set myself. Things like that. Also, we can see the meaningful DMs. So not all the different DMs that you did, but only the ones that I considered meaningful. How they convert to sales calls, and also how profile views relate to sales calls. Which of your services bring in what part of your revenue. And then also the actions that you took. So your comments, your likes, all the kind of stuff. And your profile views, how they correlate to each other. The last thing is, you see here, service 1, service 2, service 3. If on your goals you change those names, then the names will also change everywhere in your dashboard. So that is pretty much how it works. And then just once a week, the weekly input, you just keep going all throughout the year. Whereas with your daily input, on the Monday, the dates will reset. So what you then have to do is, delete the input that you did and start all over. If you want to keep a record of that for every week, then I just make a screenshot and share it somewhere. So that is how the dashboard works. And it really, really keeps you on your toes, right? Because it's easy to think, look, yeah, I'm doing all this stuff and it doesn't work. But are you really doing all this stuff? Because usually when I check my goals to my actuals, I realize I haven't done nearly as much as I said I was going to do. And when I do, that is when I get the results and when I make the money. So this is for you to see your progress, both in your booked revenue and your actual cash. Also to see if you actually do your engagements and how they correlate to the end results. Hope you found that helpful. And if you have any questions, just post them in the community and I'll answer them, or, ask them on one of our Thursday tea coaching sessions.